This is breaking news.
Voice of Galilee Revisited, the annual Voice of Music Festival decamps for now. It is not generally easy to up stakes to a different neck of the woods, even if the decision to relocate was made willingly. The first edition of the Voice of Music Festival, to be held away from the Upper Galilee in 39 years, will take place at the Tel Aviv-Yafo Music Center, December 19 to 21, with internationally renowned pianist Ofra Yitzhaki once more at the artistic directorial helm. I opened by jokingly suggesting that, with the benefit of having headed the festival on 3 previous occasions, perhaps she is more relaxed in the run-up to December 19. Seems it is not quite that clear-cut for Yitzhaki. It is easier than the first time, but I have mixed feelings because it is not at Kfar Blum, she says, noting the kibbutz up north which serves as the perennial festival base. It feels strange. Having attended the festival on quite a few occasions, the concerts and open rehearsals at the Charles Clore Centre, at Bet Ha'am at Kfar Blum, I can vouch for the extraneousness slant. That said, Yitzhaki is looking forward to enjoying a home-away-from-home vibe from the new, hopefully temporary venue. She is also impressed with the facilities on offer, a stone's throw away from the Bloomfield Soccer Stadium, now in Jaffa. It has undergone large-scale renovations. It is beautiful. She and the festival benefited from a welcoming, supportive hand from the local city hall. When we were looking for somewhere to hold this year's festival, because of the security situation in Upper Galilee, Dan Weinstein from the music department of the municipality suggested the renovated center. The auditorium is gorgeous, and the acoustics are great. What more could a festival artistic director gearing up to present a broad range of classical music endeavor ask for? Pianist Ofra Yitzhaki is artistic director of the Voice of Music Festival, temporarily relocated from the Upper Galilee to Tel Aviv this year. Credit: Miri Davidovitz/Poshko Ofer Moskovitz. The usual composer suspects are in the programmatic mix, with works by Bach, Schubert, Mozart, Prokofiev, and Beethoven. But Yitzhaki has long been at the forefront of efforts to bring the world of classical music, and, by extension, the listening and paying public up to date by programming and performing scores that feed off far more contemporary sides and dynamics. She also puts in an extra shift to make the material more accessible to those of us who do not belong to the disciplinary cognoscenti. On the first day of the festival, 7 p.m., for example, Yitzhaki will expound on the festival content, focusing on the Landscape series by 69-year-old Japanese composer Toshio Hosokawa, complete with a video clip of Galilean scenery. The official curtain raiser, at 8 p.m. on December 19, duly features Landscape IE by Hosokawa for harp and strings, Flow My Tears by English composer and lutist John Dowland, an excerpt from Bach's Matthäus Passion, and a Schubert quintet. Not just any old concerts. They form part of an intriguing lineup that roams across broad stylistic and disciplinary tracts. There is Richard Strauss's Morgan and Arnold Schoenberg's Notturno for harp and strings by, both from the late 19th century, lest we forget where the festival really belongs. These are not just any old concerts taking place in Tel Aviv. Yitzhaki stresses. There will also be an exhibition of works at the center by artists from Upper Galilee. That is certainly something to bear in mind while we sit back in our auditorium seats and enjoy the onstage action. There is also a rendition of Yamim Levanim, White Days, which gives its name to the concert, originally scored by pop guitarist-vocalist Shlomo Yidov, and arranged by Israeli composer Moshe Zorman, and Winter by Yuri Bar, or a promising young composer who studied with Professor Michael Wolpe at Steboka and fell in battle in Gaza last May at the age of only 21. While Yitzhaki is fired up to keep the musical wheels well-oiled, she says she has no intention of simply skirting around our distressing life circumstances and just pushing out the cultural gems. With the opening concert, I felt the need to do something that references the past tough year we have all had and are still having. The backed vignette certainly addresses the emotive side. In the lyrics, the composer begs for divine mercy as he unloads his sorrows. The Stubert work also feeds off suitably darker sentiments. One challenge faced by many artistic directors of classical music events around the world is how to proffer material from outside the confines of the ever-popular and familiar, and how to get us to open our ears and broaden our minds to make room for the likes of Hosokawa and members of the even younger generation. Art must, by definition, constantly evolve, and after all, wasn't Mozart once the very young, new kid on the entertainment block?